Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Maximilian College Basketball Picks and Analysis for Tuesday, February 24th. I am your host, Max Hofmeyer, and I've got two matchups to go over for today. And the good vibes keep on rolling with Saturday's 2-0-1, maybe a 2-1 if you got Hawaii late, which is a good reminder to make sure subscribe and put those notifications on to get ahead of those moves, because Hawaii, they closed -5, so save some money there, getting the push. We expected a bigger winner there, so it would have been nice to get that one. But nonetheless, picking up 2 units on the Duke under, which I talked about how with those elite defenses, I was kind of suspect in the shot-making ability of those teams, and boy, did we see that. Outside of, if you watch the game, the first 8 minutes, they couldn't miss, and then it was just bricklaying after that. So it was perfect to get the under there. And then UConn. I mean, I talked about Kevin Willard has done great with this roster. He's got every ounce of talent out of it, but when they have to step up in competition against top 25 teams, they're just not good enough. So, and we saw that there. UConn gets the win by 10. So, great Saturday. Moves us to 49-34, which is 59%. So, very pumped about that. And hopefully we keep that rolling with today's plays. And started out, we got ACC matchup here, Florida State hosting Miami, Florida. These teams already played once, and it was an FSU win, a low-scoring affair, 65-63 in that one. Both these teams, though, they have been trending up since that game. They're both 6-2, and especially this FSU team, they've really turned a corner. They started 1-6 in ACC play, and now find themselves at 7-7. So. Really turned a corner there in conference play for them. There should be a good matchup for Florida State, like it was in that first game. Florida State, they give up a bunch of threes on defense. They rank 322nd in three-point frequency allowed, and that's actually bad news for a Miami, Florida team that just can't shoot. Miami, Florida, dead last in the ACC in three-point percentage, shooting 30% in conference play. And that prior matchup, we saw that come true because they shot 25% in that first game. FSU themselves, they shoot a bunch of threes. They're currently 11th in the nation in three-point frequency. And, that has kind of hurt them all year. They shoot 32% on the year, but they have found a shooting groove of late. Last 5 games, we've seen that increase to 36%, which makes a huge difference. And that's why they went from 1-6 in conference play to 7-7, because when you shoot at the frequency that they do, a 4% increase in efficiency is huge. So for play number 1, I'm going to go ahead and ride with the hot hand. I think they win this one as well. So taking the Florida State plus 2.5 in the home dog here for play number 1. And for the second play, we got some Sun Belt action here. Coastal Carolina hosting Georgia State. These teams already played once, and there was some ridiculous shot making in that game. They scored a combined 160 points on just 65 possessions. Thanks to both teams combining to shoot 44% from deep and making 26 threes. That's pretty uncharacteristic here from those teams. As Coastal Carolina, 179th in three-point efficiency, shooting 34%, and Georgia State, 316th, shooting 31%. So, and most of the damage actually just came in that second half. An absurd 59-point performance from Georgia State, which, that's just unheard of from a team that ranks 331st in offensive efficiency. And that's what causes this game that had 160 points, but our shot quality expected score only expected 130 points in that one. As these offenses, they're not great, and they don't do themselves any favors as they take a bunch of horrible shots. Both teams top 25 in mid-range frequency and bottom 10 in rim frequency, and they just don't have the shot making to be putting up a shot diet like that. So because of that crazy first matchup, I think this line is just too inflated here. So I'm going to go ahead and take the under 139.5 for the final play. And that will do it for today's episode. Thanks so much for watching. Go ahead and like and subscribe so you don't miss any future episodes. And best of luck on the plays.